What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be making a video showing off the items that I have, specifically my loadouts, because I'm actually going to be selling a lot of the items that I have to transfer my account to another one, and I just wanted something to remember the good times by. So, Scout, this is actually not the loadout I use. Here we go. This is the loadout I mainly use. I think I'm just going to be showing off like my first two loadouts. This is actually my MVM loadout. As you can see, Scout really, like, the first loadout tends to be one that's like meta and like competitive viable. So this is like pretty much the standard competitive Scout loadout, and it doesn't really change based on what the Scout plays. It can, but not really. Then the second one, which is probably like my pride and joy, is my soldier loadout, which a lot of times I'll run either the disciplinary action or the escape plan, depending on if I'm playing a sixes pug or a Highlander pug. I personally prefer the disciplinary action, but the escape plan's pretty good too. Also, I don't have Halloween spells on this, but I used to have Halloween spells on this. So you can see, like, I have collectors on a lot of my melee items because, like, how many times do you get a kill with the escape plan? Not often. So I don't really necessarily want to count kills on that, so I just go with the collectors. I have my Allfather on a lot of my classes, so you can see the points are like fairly high. And then this is a green energy slowpoke. It's dyed purple, which is something, it's alright. I really like the effect though. Green energy is still probably my favorite effect. I don't think I'll be buying another one just because, like, they really give you away because you're a giant green flare on the battlefield who can't see that. And then this is an orbiting fire. Something interesting, this was the first ever green energy slowpoke ever found, and for a long time it was the only one in existence. Now I think there's like 5, so it's not that cool anymore, but it was still the first found. Then there's this, which is my pocket loadout, and I think this is my MVM one, and this is just my dicking around one. PYRO, I think it's actually one of my cooler looking loadouts because, like, I just happened to get kind of like a cool set together. This is a haunted coffin fit kit that I found. I think it was my first or second Halloween. So, sufficiently lethal, kill streak, degreaser, reserve shooter, and again, collector's power jack. Fun fact, I got a professional on this because it was actually cheaper than just buying a collector's, so, you know, gotta save money where you can. A lot of times, like, if I'm playing a competitive game, this is banned in, like, not shit in-game competitive, and then I'll just run the shotgun. So that's actually where a lot of the kills on my shotgun came from, because I really don't play pocket very often because I'm shit with the shotgun. Then this is also a loadout I really like, specifically because I really like the Sudden Flurry grenade launcher. I think, in my opinion, it's the best looking skin in the game by like miles. Shell Shocker would be close if it didn't have like the red sight, but still, this is like the best. If there was a rocket launcher with this exact skin, I would own it in an instant. So, nothing really new here. Same kind of loadout. Got the cape, Crone's Dome. Yeah. This is like the sticky spam loadout. Also kind of overlaps with my MVM loadout, I guess. Then heavy, basically just like whatever minigun. I could probably run the Iron Curtain. Excuse me. I run the Citizen's Pain one because this is like one that I unboxed, so I run it. It's also kind of cool. It's just a bunch of lemons. I don't really get it, but it's like, what the fuck? I'm playing heavy. It's funny. I don't do that often. Sandwich, gloves of running urgently, and a lot of times I'll run the Fist of Steel. But again, with the like kind of wizardy loadout. Engineer, it's basically whatever I'm running at the time. This is actually a different set that I have. This just shows how little I play Engineer. I actually used to have an Australian wrench and a strange PDA, but I don't anymore. Then Medic, this is another cool looking loadout. Just because of the dual unusual effect. Bladed Beak, Chrome's Dome, and then this is actually one that I found, or not found. I got this in like a giveaway that some like big-ish YouTuber did. I think it might have been QC3. I don't think that's right. This is one of my only renamed weapons. I actually didn't personally rename it. It came like this, and I was like, damn, that's a really good name. So I kept it. I personally don't like renaming stuff though, but this is one of the exceptions to that. And then Bot Killer Medigun, pretty good. Uber Saw, why would you not run Uber Saw? It's like miles ahead of the rest. Also, like, this is miles ahead of the rest. And Uber Gun, it's not miles ahead of the rest, but it's definitely ahead of the rest. Sniper, this is just kind of whatever. Night Owl, again, it's one of my favorite skins because it's kind of similar to the I was about to say Night Fury, but that's How to Train Your Dragon, to the Flurry grenade launcher, because like you can see it's very, very similar. It's pretty much the same skin except for that little TF logo right there. And then Darwin's Danger Shield or Cozy Camper most of the time. Sometimes I'll play with the SMG. I have two of these, by the way, because I unboxed them and it sucks. And then just a regular skin thing. I found this Haunted Bat Out of Hell too, so that's why I have it. Oh yeah, and I'll quickly address, like, yeah, I have a Fireproof Secret Diary. Yep, kind of inspired by Muselk on that one. And then Spy, I used to be a Spy main, I'm not anymore. So a lot of times, the big kill was my first kind of like trading goal in this game. And I can specifically recall, I was in a trade server, and this is like probably a week after I started playing the game, and I was like buying big kill, and the dude like traded me, and I offered him like probably like 5 weapons, and he was like reporting as scammer, and I was like, no, I'm just a noob, stop. I don't know if he ever did, but that's that story. I run the Sharp Dresser now, sometimes I run that. I used to run this all the time, and I probably still should. Honestly, this bicycle's kind of like a direct upgrade from the knife, even still. I think they buffed it recently, which is like crazy, because now you can regenerate it. I got this really late into the game. Initially when I started playing, I purchased a big kill and a cloak and dagger and just ran those for like probably half the time that I had on Spy, which is like, it's a good amount of time. And then like I realized how pointless that combo is, because you gain absolutely nothing. It's like running the rocket jumper and the gunboats. You gain jack shit. And then I thought I had a Hail Zone Dead Ringer. It's pretty close to Hail Zone. Maybe I could get it up there one day. But yeah, switching accounts, probably not. I ran the Dead Ringer most of the time, but now they've nerfed it to the point where it's just not fun. Like, people still say it's OP, and it's really not. It's just kind of like, it's broken, but it's not OP. It's just kind of broken in like a game sense kind of way. I think, yeah, this is my sniper spy loadout. Honestly, I used to have a much cooler effect. I used to have a bubbling Charmer's Chapeau and a orbiting Firelay Party Phantom. I think on my YouTube channel you can kind of see that. Maybe I'll like rip a clip off of an old video to show it off. Probably not though. This is another set. This is like the kind of like high level competitive gameplay, because a high level spy just kind of sits in a corner with the cloak and dagger until like he sees a medic pick, and then he gets it and then dies immediately. And yeah, this is just the dicking around loadout. I run the Festive Sapper, but the App Sap is my favorite, except the App Sap actually makes a sound when you pull it out that people can potentially hear. So if I ever run it in like competitive Highlander like pickup games, then I don't want people to hear like, "Oi!" and they're like, "What's that? There's a spy trying to sap my sentry." Because he'll be like, "Oi, how you doing?" And it's like, well, that's awkward. So I think those are all my loadouts. Let me see if I can show off some of the other cool stuff I have. Competitive beta pass. I also have a regular matchmaking pass. Even though that apparently works in competitive, it didn't like the first day it came out, and that's when I bought this. But now it does work, so I have two, and I can't give it to anyone. So that's really, actually I think I can trade this. Maybe I'll trade it to my other account. Although I already bought one, so oh well. I got a lot of shit, like a lot of shit. Let's see if I can find this. Yep. So hire date August 18th, 2012. It's been a good run. It really has. I've enjoyed pretty much every second of it. There were a few times where I was like, that's kind of bullshit. You can see like my kind of mini gunboat collection. I used to have a collection of like certain spy knives. I forget what it was, but I didn't like intentionally do it. I just ended up collecting like every different kind of this one spy knife, like vintage, genuine, blah 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 blah, whatever. I got a shit ton of Natashnas. What the? I used to be really up to date with crafting these down, and now I'm never up to date with it. A lot of these like festive items I unbox, like the back burner. I really like the look of the festive back burner, but it literally takes up your entire screen. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous. Yep. So, taunts real quick. Where do I show this? Flipping off some rock, paper, scissors, conga, zoom and broom, and then like whatever taunt I might have for this specific class, and then like director's vision. Like, I think PYRO I unboxed one. So yeah, I try to keep them all the same, so like if I'm trying to tease someone, I can just quickly hit like H3 and I know that that's conga, or like H4, because H is my taunt bind. So yeah, that's that.
That's what I'm talking about.
You did well!
Look at your cost.
What's happening down there?
Oops, that was not medicine.
There you go! Rock, paper, scissors!
over here! My hands against your hands!